Hello, today we'll talk about Google Search Console, a dedicated webmaster service by Google that can help you better understand what's happening with your website and monitor and improve its visibility. In recent years, Google has been improving the Search Console by adding more and more features that could help monitor more stats and indicators that could potentially affect the indexability of a website and other factors. Aside from monitoring various indicators of a website, the key function of Google Search Console is the ability to locate any potential problems and also conduct backlink analysis. Let's begin with the first step in the Search Console menu, which is Overview. Here you can monitor the most basic stats of your site, or, as they are also called, reports. In the Performance window, you can see the dynamics of clicks in the web search. Coverage lets us see whether the pages have any problems, for example, they aren't indexed by Google. The Experience section contains the reports that make up the general impression of how comfortable or fast your website is and how it behaves on mobile platforms. In general terms, the Enhancements report contains an analysis of factors that can affect the performance of your website. Now let's look at each of these sections more thoroughly. Let's begin with the Performance tab to look at the data on the clicks in web search. You can choose from many filters to get the exact info you might require. As an example, we can look up queries and clicks and compare their volume. If we have lots of queries but not enough clicks, this might mean that our site doesn't have top positions in search results. In the URL inspection, you can monitor a specific URL to check for indexation as well as other parameters, such as whether this page is in the sitemap and if it's optimized for mobile. You can also look up how Google sees this URL and check if something is blocked by the robots.txt file. That's because you might have a situation where you've blocked your scripts, which prompted Google to think that your page is not optimized for mobile. The Coverage tab is also rather important, since you can monitor which pages of your site are indexed. And if the pages you need to be indexed aren't in the search results, then you probably need to check that URL and see what might be wrong with it, whether it's meta tags, low amount of content, and so on. Sometimes you might just need to make a completely new page to avoid these issues. In the Sitemap tab, you can monitor if there are any problems with your sitemap. You can check whether it contains all the important URLs you need, and it's especially important for sites with more than 1,000 pages. The Removals section lets you delete URLs that you don't want to see in the search results for your website. For example, if you're having problems with deleting a certain page from your site, you can just remove it from search results in the Search Console. If your website has optimization problems, the Experience tab will let you check for any such indicators, like the recently added logos report, as well as the Whole Enhancements tab, which helps you check for any structured data errors. As of now, it's divided into 4 sections that are responsible for the corresponding type of structured data, like logo and product. Generally, the product report provides data on whether your structured data is in place and how many product cards are available for Google to see, while the site link search box markup is dedicated to showing a type of card shown in the search results that leads directly to a site, and so on. If Google has deliberately imposed certain restrictions on your site, this panel will show you what kind of restriction that is. If your site has been hacked, then the Security Issues tab will also have a notification that will tell you what safety problems your site might be having. The Links panel provides a comprehensive overview of all the external links of your site that are seen by Google. It also shows the exact pages and websites that lead to your site. As you can see, Google Search Console is quite useful, and although webmasters usually require more tools other than Google Search Console, it is still a must for getting a general impression of how your site is seen in the Google search results.